Welcome back to the channel, guys. Blade Travels TV, and Happy New Year to you all. Just having a little walk around this woods. I'm going to do a bit of a ghost hunt later, see if I can get anything about. Wish me luck. I'll just show you where. So yeah, I've heard some stories about this place. So tonight I'm going to do a bit of a ghost hunt and see if I can get in contact with anything or anyone. You never know, do you? Well, you're all back at work, and I bet you're hating it. It has to be done, doesn't it? It's a nice place. Nice and peaceful. That's why I like it. I'm not into all these town centres and all that kind of stuff. That just bores the crap out of me. This is my kind of vlog. If you go back on some of my vlogs, you'll see I've been to some interesting places. You know, Stokesay Castle. That's just to mention one. But I've been on quite a few different places. I did my local town of Wellington. That was quite interesting. Newport, Shifnal. I've done a few towns, but it's not my cup of tea. This is my kind of. This is my cup of tea. Just chilling. Nice day. Just chill and relax. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like, I was just going to say, like, when I was a lad, I used to go blackberry picking, like, stuff over common. Oh, many moons ago now. Oh, we used to make a bloody day of it. Take some sandwiches like the nust. Do a bit of blackberry picking. It was great. That was the good old days. And I say something, when I was a kid, we never used to get a lot for Christmas. Because I was one of 9, see, I was smack in the middle. There was 4 older than me and 4 younger than me. I'm just telling you a little bit about my history. And obviously because there was such a big family, we didn't have a lot. But we used to put our socks out Christmas Eve. We'd have a satsuma, an apple, a few monkey nuts, a few raisins. We're excited to see what was in the sock. And then we'd go downstairs. And obviously because there was 9 of us, we used to get a bag of soldiers. There was 4 lads, 5 girls. We'd get 3 or 4 bags of soldiers. My dad would make a castle out of a apple box, and that was us. We were happy. Well, we were happy. My mates were riding around on tomahawks and brand new choppers. You know, them bikes that you used to get in the 70s. And I was playing in the bedroom with my soldiers and my apple box with my brothers. And it was like bath times as well, because there was so many of us. The big ones used to get in the bath first, so of course I was the 5th person, and look at that, that's good, isn't it? I was the 5th person, so you can imagine what the water was like when I eventually got in it. But yeah, it weren't particularly clean. But in them days, that's what you did. The only thing I used to get a bit peed about is because all my mates from school had push bikes, Tom Hawks, and like I said, choppers. We never got any of that. My mum and dad just couldn't afford it. And I'll tell you something else. We were the only one that we didn't have a dog. But my mum used to go into the butcher's and say, "Well, you get any bones for the dog?" "Oh, we've got a few bones, love." And chuck a load of bones in. And then we used to go out and my mum would scrape all the meat off the bone and put it in a stew. See, and that's my childhood. It wasn't a lot, but it was my childhood, and it was obviously I'd have loved a chopper bike or a tomahawk. I'd have loved a Sky Electric. I'd have loved all the things my mates had when we were at school, but I settled for me soldiers and the cowboys, you know, little action soldiers you used to get, play wars. And yet this day and age, the kids, they have these phones, they want these latest phones, and they want gaming machines, and there's no such thing in our day. You were grateful if you got an apple and an orange. But it is what it is, isn't it? All I know in them days, we couldn't have what we couldn't afford. We didn't have what we couldn't afford. You just got used to it. And that's a little snippet of my childhood. They did their best with 9 kids. You imagine in them days, I used to have a little badge on. I am one of 9. I think we won it in some kind of competition on a cereal box, and we had all these badges because there was 9 kids, and we all wore these little badges. I am one of 9. But that's what you call odd times. And yet the kids nowadays, they haven't got a clue. They haven't got a clue. They actually think if they don't get the latest phone or the PS5 or the Xbox, how do you do? You alright? They're all done by. So you imagine going back to the 1970s and having a bag of soldiers and a few little cars. Do you remember the yellow track that used to do like a big loop? And we had one of them. We used to push the car so it went over the hoop. You had to push the car as fast as you could, went over the hoop. You were lucky if it went over the hoop, because half the time it just used to drop. But if you were clever enough and strong enough, you'd push it so it went over the hoop and come down the other end. and that's how we lived. So I was born in Birmingham. I was 1 when we moved over to the Chase Terrace, and that's where I was brought up till I was 17. And like I said, we didn't have anything. My dad used to have a minibus, like a Bedford minibus, 11 or 12 seater. And then we used to have to all hold hands when we went anywhere to visit family back in Birmingham and that. We used to have to hold hands 2 by 2, like Noah's Ark. We always, because there was so many of us, we had to hold each other's hand on the road. But we were pretty well behaved, to be fair. I just don't know how my mum coped. My dad was in bed because he worked nights, and she had to entertain nine kids. I don't know if she done it. I honestly don't. She needed a medal, and we all had to be quiet as well. We had to be quiet because my dad was in bed, so he didn't get up till 5 o'clock. So when we come in from school, you can imagine the noise that would normally have been made, but we couldn't. We had to be quiet and whisper. And then when he went to work at 7:30, then we all used to go mad. It was our chance to let our hair down, and Mum would send us to the local Ringer Bells, which was the pub, and it had a little hatch. She said, go and get a few bags of crisps. Go and get a few bags of crisps, or a packet of Polos. So we'd go and get crisps and come home. But you know what I used to do? Because my mum used to say, when you've ate your crisps, it's time for bed. So what I did, I used to smash the packet so the crisps would be little bits, and then just eat them one at a time. They'd last ages. So I wouldn't be rushed off to bed about 7:30. I'd still be eating my crisps. Took ages to eat. But like I said, we had soldiers. My dad made a castle out of an apple box, and that was it. If we wanted a bike, we used to have to go and get parts of bikes and build them out of whatever parts we could get, and that was it. That was a snippet of my childhood, so I'll get back to you in a bit, guys. Hi guys, welcome back. Just made myself a brew, a nice cappuccino. Yeah, that was a little snippet of my childhood, but it was alright. I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil now. Just relaxing. Yeah, later on I'm going to do a bit of a ghost hunt. See if anything crops up, or you know. It's been a while since I got out because we had all that snow. Couldn't get out. Terrible. This is my cup of tea, this is. Sitting chilling in my van. Doing a vlog. Wait for the kettle to boil. It's nice. I see a few people walking around today. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Oh. Oh dear, my back. Welcome back, guys. A nice cappuccino now. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm all chilled and relaxed. It's a nice day and all today. Nice to see the sun. But I think we got some more snow coming, I don't know. I've got bacon and baps for my tea, which I'm looking forward to. But I think I'm going to be on the lookout for another van. Something a bit bigger. This has been alright, I've had it 4 years and it's flew through all the MOTs. I've spent a hell of a lot of money on it. But apart from lying on the bed, sitting on one, I need one where I can stand up. I want one with a toilet in it, even though I've got a portable toilet there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look out for another van. As I said, if you go back onto some of my videos, you'll see I've been to quite a few different places, and obviously in the summer I'll probably go do a few more. I don't really do it for the views or subscribers or any of that. I do it because I enjoy doing it, and I've had a couple of people say that I'm a miserable sod. I ain't. I'm alright. I'm just chilling. So I'll see you guys in a bit. That's what I meant to say. A couple of weeks ago I was talking to somebody that had been over here, and he was telling me, well, he was with his missus and they were walking their dog. It was about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and he was telling me that his wife saw black-eyed children, one of them standing in the trees, and she was wearing a white gown. He said she didn't seem to have any eyes. He said, I don't know whether that's why they call them black-eyed children. He said her eyes were black. He said, but every time he walked towards her, he said the missus wouldn't come off the path with the dog, and the dog was barking and everything. He said, so I walked towards her. He said, I said, did you video it or nothing? He said, no. He said, we don't do any of that. He said, but he said, I wished I had. He said, because nobody believes me anyway. He said, but every time he walked towards her, she'd disappear and then reappear 2 or 3 trees behind herself. So in other words, she was getting further away. And he shouted, he said, I'm not going to harm you. He said, I haven't come here to harm you. He says, are you lost? He said, I weren't sure whether it was a real girl that was lost or one of these black-eyed children. He said, but anyway, he said, I walked about 20 steps towards her. He said, and she vanished. He said, so I went to where she was by the trees. He said, there was no sign of her. He said, and we went back to the car. He said, we were talking about it all night. He said, and the missus said, oh, I'm not going over there again, it's too scary. He said, yeah, but yeah, he said, I genuinely saw her. He said, I actually thought she was a lost girl. He said, I was a bit worried when I first saw her. He said, I'd heard all the rumours about black-eyed children and a lady in white and werewolves and all the rest of it. He said, but I don't believe half of it. He said, but that, he said, seeing it for your own eyes, he said, it makes you realise maybe some of it's true. He said, because I couldn't find her. He said, I walked to where she was standing. He said, and there was no sign of her. He said, and I had a torch. He said, because obviously we were out with the dog. He said, I shone the torch everywhere. He said, I couldn't find her. I just thought I'd share that with you. He said, so I'm going to have a little walk around later when it gets a bit dark and see what happens. A nice camper van there, and there ain't nobody else here, just that camper van. So Yeah, it's nice and quiet. Out the back windows, look. There's my telly. My diesel heater. And my cooker. Oh, bacon butties. Can't wait. I'm getting hungry now. Welcome back, guys. I'm doing me some bacon baps. 4 rolls. Oh, I tell you what, it smells beautiful. And there you go, 4 bacon baps. Bon appetit. Catch you guys in a bit. Hi guys, I tried to do the ghost hunt with my GoPro and it was too dark. So then I went back out and I tried with my phone. Too dark. So what I'm going to have to do is get a torch. I think my head torch ain't bright enough, so I'm going to have to get a torch, I think. And I'll try again next time. I'm going to get my head down there, get some sleep. So I'll see you guys in the morning. So good night from Blade. Fucking hell was that? Is there anybody there who wishes to talk to me? Make your presence known. Fucking hell's that? Oh, get lost. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in a bit. Nah, I'm not having that. Just before I go to sleep, I forgot to tell you. That scream, oh, it was horrible. It really frightened me. You'll probably pick that up on the GoPro, even though it was dark, because I'll tell you something, it was loud. And I think the second time it happened, whatever it was getting closer, so I didn't hang around. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know. I'll speak to you guys in the morning. Goodbye. No night. Morning guys. Well, it was raining in the night and quite heavy and all, but it's alright now. Sun's out. It's a bit of chill in the air obviously, but I've enjoyed this, and if you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and if you want to subscribe, I'll be more than happy. So until the next one guys, be good, and I'll catch you on the next one. Blade Travels out.